Hello, third grade. This is take 6 on this video. We kind of talked about 1 and 2 a little bit in these slides. So for number 1, you're going to use those Tetris pieces to create 2 different rectangles. You could use one piece. You could use more than one piece. You could use the same piece more than once. So if you want to use the same piece more than once, I like that rectangle piece because it's easy to draw. I could use that rectangle piece twice, and I have a rectangle. There are other shapes that you can use, and you can use them more than once, or you can manipulate those Tetris pieces that you have, put them together to try to make a rectangle. So I want you to pause the video, answer the question, move around your Tetris pieces to answer the question. Let me erase this. Number 2, it says you are going to use those Tetris pieces to create 2 squares. Don't worry about that 36 inches. I just want you to make 2 squares. That's one of the reasons why it's taking 6 times to do this is because it's hard to make squares and rectangles and manipulating those pieces. So if I wanted to make a square, I want to make a big square. I could use a square, rectangle, and that's a square because each side is the same length. They're all 4. So pause the video, and you can use my example if you want, or you can do 2 of your own, but you need to have at least 2 squares. For letter A, write an equation to show the area of the square above. Okay. So we had 4, 4, 4, 4. So this one it's a little bit different than the one in the workbook. That's why I'm double checking, making sure that my example problem, even though it's different, would be the same. So since they're all 4, I'm going to add those 4s 4 times because I had 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I had it 4 times. When I add all those 4s together, what would I get? What is 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4? It is 16. But that's only for this example. If you did something else, then that would be something different. This equation needs to match one of your squares. So pause your video and write an equation that is repeated addition that would match your square above. For B, they want you to write an equation that shows the area above as a product with its side lengths. When I see that word product there, I know that I'm going to use multiplication. So what would I use? So what number did I have? I had the number 4. And how many times did I add 4? I added it 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times. And what is 4 times 4? It is 16. But your multiplication sentence needs to match one of your squares. If you use this example problem, then that's fine. That would match it. If you had a different one, make sure that it matches it. So pause the video and answer the question. I wish that this would erase a lot faster than it does. Do, 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 do. You are going to use the you're going to use the Tetris pieces to create two different rectangles. It does not have to be the 12 square units. You can just make two rectangles. If you were going to use one for the 12 square units, one of the examples they have in the book, it has them using two squares and one rectangle piece. And if we count, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But you don't have to use the 12. You just make two rectangles. Then pause the video to make those rectangles. For B, they want to know how you would know the area is 12. So this is where you would put a multiplication sentence, and you could use a sentence with words to explain your answer. So in my problem here, I had 1, 2, 3. One side was 3. The other side was 1, 2, 3, 4. And if I double check with my multiplication facts, 3, 6, 9, 12. And it does. It works out. I checked my answer, and it is 12. Square units. My Q is not going to be very good. I'm just going to abbreviate there. And then if you were going to use words, you would say that, I know that this is 12 square units because, there's 3 rows of 4. There's 4 rows of 3. I'm just explaining what that picture looks like. So pause the video and answer B. Okay, number 4 is the last one. Marco recreates a rectangle with the Tetris pieces and traced its outline in the space below. Use the Tetris pieces to recreate it. Draw lines inside the rectangle to show how you recreated Marco's rectangle. There's a bunch of different ways you can do this. You can use some of these pieces more than once. So one way you could do it is you could be like, all right, I used 3 of the square pieces, and that would make a rectangle. Or maybe use 2 long pieces. There's a bunch of different combinations that you can use. So if you have any questions, please email me or post a message on Seesaw. And I hope that this helps. Bye, 3rd grade.